Hello, welcome or welcome back. It's good to see you. This is a timeless reading for whoever needs to hear it, so if the message resonates, then it's for you. I am filming this on June 24th, 2025. Today, Jupiter aligns with the Sun, and tomorrow, the 25th, there is a powerful new moon. So astrologically, there's a lot going on right now, and everything that I've read about it confirms my intuitive feeling, which is that this is a really pivotal moment, and it's important to bring awareness to how you're spending your energy. Think about your energy as if it were money. How are you spending your energy? Are you getting a return on your investment, or are you just leaking energy, right? So I do have several tarot cards already pulled. We're going to get into them in just a second, but there are two things I wanted to mention, or messages I wanted to mention first. So I did try to film this earlier, but about halfway through the reading, my left ear became extremely blocked and it would not stop ringing. And I knew it was part of the message. I tried to incorporate it into the message, but it was so bad and it wouldn't go away. So I knew I couldn't hear myself think. I really couldn't focus, so I knew I had to redo this. But that's a message. Be on the lookout for a metaphorical message from spirit, or pay attention to when your ears are ringing. The other interesting thing is that where I live, there is an extreme heat wave. Extreme. There's actually a heat wave warning right now. And that also feels like it's part of the message. Fire energy, the sun energy, masculine energy. And I was called to wear this shirt. Before I even connected those dots, I picked out this shirt this morning. So, and the only major arcana card that has come forward so far is the sun. So it's all connected. The heat is turning up, and we are all being called to take inspired action. Okay, let's jump into the cards. So your general energy is being represented by the Seven of Pentacles right now. And it was clarified by the Six of Swords. So you're in transition. Okay. You have been pouring your energy into something here, this plant. You've been pouring your energy into something for quite a while. You've built it up to a certain point. This is fully established. It's growing. You could even say maybe it's thriving. But you've reached a threshold in your relationship to this thing. And now you're questioning it. You're in the energy of assessment. Do I want to keep pouring my energy into this? Is it feeding me in return? Am I feeling satisfied and inspired by this? Was this ever right for me? Why did I start committing to this in the first place? It's just deep contemplation and assessment. And with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is transition, right? Moving away from a stressful, turbulent pattern to a more peaceful, spacious pattern. I do feel like you're coming to the realization that something is just not working for you anymore, whether it's a pattern of behavior, a way of thinking and believing or reacting. It could be a relationship or a job, take it how it resonates. But there's something that you are really coming to terms with and realizing this isn't right for me anymore. Maybe it never was, but it certainly isn't anymore. I'm ready to transition to something that is more aligned. Now, the general sort of archetypal experience that you're moving through is the Seven of Cups, with the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you know what's not right for you, but you don't know what is. That's the Seven of Cups. Because you are in the process of retracting your energy from what you've been giving your energy to up to this point, you're now opening up to all of these new possibilities, all of these new options and opportunities and potentials. And on one hand, that is so exciting. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. It's invigorating. It's thrilling. In its more empowered state, this feels, it feels like coming alive again, almost, because you're so excited by the possibilities and the potentials for yourself. Your energy is becoming more and more freed up all the time. But in its shadow state, this is completely overwhelming. Being faced with all of these new options can put you into a state of overwhelm and a state of analysis paralysis, maybe even like a freeze state, right? How do you know what's right for you? Knowing what isn't is incredibly helpful, but now what? Well, you're being invited to embody your King of Cups. This is supreme emotional attunement and containment. You see how the water here is kind of choppy and wavy? That represents your emotions, which are constantly in flux. But he's staying steady on top of them all, witnessing them all. So this is what Spirit wants you to do for yourself. Give yourself as much emotional presence and containment as you possibly can. Your emotions, your moods might be kind of turbulent right now, and that's okay. You're in flux, you're in transition. It's perfectly okay, right? And within this kind of emotional presence, you'll give yourself the opportunity to go deeper and understand where these emotions are coming from. Unravel your fear. Deep shadow work, right? Unravel your fear. Why does this part of me want to go in this direction, whereas this part of me wants to go in that direction? Get to the root, right? Give yourself that presence and then go deeper. Get to the root of these emotions. The King of Cups is also representative of extreme compassion. Have compassion and patience for yourself as you transition. And last but not least, he's connected to his intuition, and he is spiritual connection, essentially. So going back to the ringing in my ear, pay attention to where you are spiritually guided. You can't really analyze your way out of this situation. You're not going to logically deduce what is right for you. You're going to feel called into what is right for you. King energy is also about taking action. This is not the Queen of Cups, this is the King of Cups. So you're not just feeling your feelings and doing shadow work and listening to spiritual messages for no reason. You're doing all those things so you can take action on them. Spirit wants you to take action, okay? Because clarity at this point will only come through taking some kind of action. Don't wait until you get clarity to take action. Just start taking action, even if it's very tiny. Action. So then I was going to go into advice, and this is when my ear just totally started doing its own thing. Advice for you is the Sun. Taking action, right? Bold, playful, inspired action. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify it. This can also represent your inner child, letting your inner child out to play, connecting with your solar plexus, working with the color yellow, working with any energies associated with Leo. Speaking of Leo, strength and the Tower. Let the illusion crumble. Have the strength to allow that which is unsustainable and inauthentic to fall away. It's not necessarily supposed to be easy or comfortable, but that's part of life, isn't it? Sometimes that's what is required. So have the strength to pull your fear closer. This is the King of Cups energy again. Have compassion for these parts of you that are freaking out while the tower falls, the illusion falls. That which cannot be sustained is just kind of organically going to start falling away at this point. So give yourself grace as you move through this transition. And what will help you the most, I feel, also is staying focused on the sun energy. How can you express yourself playfully today? Okay. And be willing to be seen. The sun just shines, and the sun is willing to be seen by anyone and everyone. The sun doesn't care who it shines on, right? So how can you shine your light brighter today? How can you be more playful today? How can you be more experimental, right? Move towards one of these cups in the Seven of Cups. And if you find out, if you discover that it's not right for you, great. You know a little bit more about yourself. Backtrack, reassess, try something else, right? Okay, let's go into the energies that are not helpful, or what you don't need to focus on right now. Thank you. Okay, several fell out, but I got the 10 of Wands here. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands. Honestly, what I feel is like, if there's something that's boring you or uninspiring or feels like a burden, just drop it. Just drop it. Don't settle for something that's boring. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom. You're just in every single way, shape, and form being guided to do something like radically new, to embrace a new opportunity that maybe the past you, a past version of you, would not have accepted because they were weighed down by something else. The 10 of Wands is also about responsibility that is not yours. A sense of direction that maybe was never yours. That's why it feels heavy, because you're not walking your path, you're walking somebody else's idea of what your path should be. Drop it, and embrace whatever new opportunity is coming your way, okay? This optimism and this active self-expression is going to clear up the 5 of Pentacles energy, which is just feeling lonely, disconnected, isolated, unsupported, etc. Like, this is ready to go. It's ready to go. And Spirit is saying you don't necessarily need to like actively clear the energies that aren't supporting you. As much as you possibly can, just focus on what might be right for you. I was seeing earlier the 5 of Cups as well when I was shuffling. This is an invitation to not ruminate. Do not ruminate. Learn from what didn't work out, and then shift your focus to what might work out next, and just keep going. All right. Let's pull some journal prompts for you from my journal prompt deck. I'm going to keep this reading kind of brief. Journal prompts for the collective. In what ways are you already who you want to be? Yes. How would you spend your time if you knew that your desire would manifest in exactly 1 week? Connecting in with the sense of optimism. The Sun card is also about confidence. Practice being confident. If you don't feel confident, that's okay. I don't either. But what might it feel like if you did? Use your imagination to feel into what it might be like if you were confident. And then play around with it like a little kid role-playing, right? Practice being confident. And, you know, with the second prompt, this is optimism, tapping into optimism and trust. King of Cups, spiritual faith, connection, trusting that what is in alignment for you, what you're meant for, it is coming. Let's get one more. What do you wish you could tell someone that you feel like you can't? Wow. Opening up your heart, being vulnerable, going back to the strength card, having the strength to be honest, maybe with someone or at least yourself, about what's not working for you, what you want to let go of. Let's get a closing message from a compendium of Witch's Oracle. Interesting. Number 55, which reduces to 10, also 10 of Wands, completing a cycle, shifting. Well, it makes sense. Autumn. Autumn is a transitory season, shifting from life to death, moving through a kind of death. With that Tower card, something's ending. Something is, I'm hearing something is collapsing under its own weight or pressure. So there is death energy here, even though where I live, we just stepped into summer. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. Melancholy, decay, and inevitability. Stepping through the misty underbrush, you are enveloped in the sweet smell of change and decay. All around you, the trees are tinged with oranges and browns. The fragrance of mushrooms, wet foliage, and decomposing wood combine with a distant whiff of burning leaves. There is comfort and melancholy in it. The autumn card evokes the immutable passage of time and the complex feelings that accompany it. I feel like this is what you see when you look at that plant in the Seven of Pentacles. You are recognizing something's dying, something's over, or you want it to be. You certainly want it to be, and it's time to let something go. So but autumn being a season, it's a natural transition, right? You don't have to force it. You don't have to force anything right now. Like this, your natural growing awareness is allowing things to shift in the way that they need to, all on their own. That's why Spirit is saying, just focus on the sun. Let the death organic process just happen. It's already happening. Focus on what might be next. Playfully start experimenting with what might be next. This is the time to take action, okay? Even if it's just one tiny little step. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. Leave any questions or comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And of course, I'll be putting those journal prompts in the description box, along with several others and all of my links as well. All right, happy new moon, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.